Jamie, thank you so much for joining us today. We truly appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yeah, the first easiest question is, have you played Dungeons and Dragons before?
So when I got the job, I was meant to do a campaign with my friend Gabriel. And there was a guy who, in the area that I was living in, who was the local sort of store owner called Steve, shout out Steve. He was a big D&D fan, and so I was saying, oh, I'm going to play this campaign. And I never played it, I never did the campaign. But I will tell you this, which is, again, around the same time that I was getting the gig, I walked out of my apartment that I was living in at the time, and it was the first and only time I've ever seen anyone wearing a Vecna D&D t-shirt.
Oh man, that's
and it was
so
like the same week that I got the job. It was so crazy.
Serendipitous, right?
Yeah, exactly. But no, I've never played, which is bad of me.
No, I have a question that leads into that though.
Okay.
If you did ever play,
yeah,
D&D, Dungeons and Dragons,
sure,
what type of character would you want to play?
I guess like an elf would be really fun, something like that, or a warlock.
You should pick up an ears, Comic-Con before you
yeah, exactly. I think somebody gave me some actually already, or a warlock or something like that. That would be fun. Something that's both like kind of quick, but also, into the woods.
You're going to end up like Vecna again.
Yeah.
How do you mentally prepare for sitting in that chair during makeup? I mean, it takes you like 8 hours to get into the suit, right?
So, I mean, it was funny because I did the fitting with Barry Gower in London, and it took 9 hours the first time we did it, maybe 9.5. And I was like, okay, so this is going to take a long time. And then I just kind of was in like a meditative state, I was like, you've got two options, right? You can either bitch and moan about it and hate it, or you can, enjoy it and enjoy the process of it. And
no, I would say it's fun, but like still sitting in a chair for 8 hours, even if you take
like
breaks.
sitting, standing up, I'd take like 5-minute breaks every like 2 hours. By the end of it, we kind of knew when we put certain things on that we could take a break. So, for instance, the head and the neck, it was like, okay, we can break now. The chest and the back, we can break now, arms break, so we kind of got into a bit of a rhythm with it. And I started off when we first started filming by just reading or like being very silent. And then by the end of it, I was so like comfortable in the character and feeling kind of just ready to go that we could have a bit of fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. And so I want to talk about the Vecna voice.
Yeah.
How did you come up with it, or did you always have it? Like, was it?
No, God, no. I didn't always have it. Absolutely not. No. When I first started doing it at the read-through, it was like way more nasally, kind of just gruff almost. It wasn't really very good. And then I went back into a lot of reference. So I went back into Doug Bradley as Hellraiser, or as Pinhead in Hellraiser, and used Doug predominantly to kind of find this stillness within him. And then from there it was about relaxing my larynx and breathing from my diaphragm and warming up my diaphragm. So I had a lot of like warm-up exercises that I would do to kind of just be able to sink into it a bit.
Wow. Just last thing, and this is my question. We are all such fans of your music. Do you think we're ever going to get a Vecna song? or at least, new music? Songs. We're waiting for the new music too.
I mean, I wrote some orchestral music around the time of filming the show that I sent to Matt and Ross just to be like, hey, this is something that came up as I was preparing. And just gave it to them because sharing creativity.
Yes, season 5. It's going to be in season 5.
We'll see, maybe. Yeah, maybe I'd love to give something to the show. Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much, man. And just lastly, if you could give a shout out to the camera, to your Witch Bower fans, because that's what they're called, and you can just say, you're on Glitch.
Okay, hello witches, it's Jamie Bower here. You are watching Glitched.